So now let's understand about the climate change organizations. So this is the most important thing. So in 1972 there happened to be a Stockholm Conference. It is also called as the United Nations Conference on Human Environment. So on 5th June 1972 it took place. So from then onwards 5th June is being considered as Environmental Day. So, okay, Indira Gandhi, after attending this, so we have formulated an act called Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. And so here we are just understanding the sequence of different climate related organizations that is formed in time scale. So this is the first conference that happened. And the second, because as a result of it, we formulated Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Next, so in 1987, our Common Future Report was released. So this is the first time where the concept of sustainable development was mentioned. So based upon these recommendations of this report, IPCC in 1988 was created. It was created by United Nations Environmental Program and WMO, World Meteorological Organization. So this IPCC Interpanel on Climate Change. So after it has been created in 1992, a historical event took place. It is the most important thing. So it happened at Rio. So hence it is called Rio Summit. It is also called as Earth Summit because a major organizations has been formed, has been set up under this summit. So it is also called a United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. So anything is same. So Earth Summit or Rio Summit or United Nations Conference on Environment and Development in 1992. So it created GEF, Global Environmental Facility. It is basically so financial mechanism. It not only does the financial support, but it also does the technical support. So in exam, if it is given that GEF, Global Environmental Facility, does only financial support, means it is wrong. Gives both technical and financial support. Okay, so let's see what are the organizations. So what are the frameworks that has been adopted under this Earth Summit? So first is UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So this is the first thing, and second thing is UNCCD, United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, and the third convention is United Nations Convention on Biodiversity. So let's talk about first thing. So UNFCCC. So there are major summits that took place. Various so under every these things, COP will be taking place. Conference of Parties. So there are many COPs that took place. So let's see some of the important things. So Kyoto. So in 1997, so Kyoto Protocol was adopted in one of the Conference of Parties. So it is basically a binding agreement. So this is the uh, time under which so this is the protocol under which so carbon market concept was adopted. So earlier we have discussed right carbon market. What is carbon market? So what is project based? What is non-project based? So this is all thing has been adopted under the Kyoto Protocol. So it also talks about common but differentiated responsibilities. So what does common CBD or common but differentiated responsibilities means? So if we take examples of US, EU, all these countries, all these developed countries, so has been emitting carbon from long time. So there has been historical emissions by these developed countries. But there are third world countries like India, all Africa, these countries. So this has been emitting in the recent past only. So having a same control or same regulation on these two countries, which is US and India, is not fair. So this concept of CBDI has emerged. So what it says is common. So yeah, what the measures we need to take may be common, but there will be different responsibilities for the historical emitters and the latest emitters. So this is about the Kyoto Protocol. And next important thing is Paris Climate Conference. So it happened in 2015. COP Conference of Parties 21. So it talks only about the loss and damage, and it does not discuss anything about the compensation and liability. Under this conference of party, under this COP only, ISA International Solar Alliance was established with initiative of India and France. So basically, the headquarters of it is located in Gurgaon, India, and going in depth about UNFCCC, so it also created global Green Climate Finance (GCF) in 2010. So within the framework of UNFCCC, so GCF was established. It does not give any technical support, it just gives a financial support. And in COP13, Bali Action Plan was formulated. So basically, it talks about REDD plus. So what does REDD means? It is nothing but reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation. Before this RED plus, there is a concept called RED where India did not attend and have no significant related to India, but India supported this RED plus. So this is about UNFCCC. So next is UNCCD, United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. So it is also a legal binding. And in 2000, so COP14 in 2019 in Delhi, this conference took place. So India volunteered in this Delhi conference. So India basically voluntarily committed to restore 26 millions of degraded land in India. So it is known as bond challenge. So what does bond challenge mean? So India voluntarily committed to restore 26 million hectares of already degraded land. This is about UNCCD. Next, what is UNCBD? Uh, United Nations Convention on Biodiversity. So in 2012 in Hyderabad, COP11 took place. So it is also legally binding. So it basically consists of Convention on Biodiversity, so sites and CMS. So what is sites? So these three things were already discussed earlier. So let's skim them quickly. So CBD. So it is related to UN sites, which is a convention on international trade of endangered species of wild flora and fauna. It is not anything related to UN. So it is also called the Washington Convention. So CMS, Convention on Migratory Species, it is called as the Bonn Convention. So COP 13 of CMS was held in Gujarat in 2020. So, and coming to the CBD, it is basically a legally binding. It has majorly three objectives, and what is Cartagena Protocol, Nagoya Protocol, we have already discussed all these things earlier.